Meanwhile, APC national leader and presidential aspirant Asiwaju Bola Tinubu has met with APC former House of Representatives members forum in Abuja. Correspondent Ola Awakon reports.
Asiwaju Bola Tinubu is here to address the APC former House of Representatives members forum.
You are welcome, sir.
He started by highlighting some of his achievements as he identifies few of the challenges that need to be urgently addressed in the country.
We are blessed with arable land, and we have dams around. All we have neglected is reticulation of road dams to create green lands, fertile one, to produce sufficient pharmaceutical vegetables and others that will heal our body and grow food for ourselves.
He spoke fervently about his readiness to turn things around for the better in Nigeria and how he would need the support of the former federal lawmakers in becoming the party's flag bearer ahead of the 2023 presidential election.
I'm ready to serve my country, not to run away from it, to be there, to work hard, invent, develop.
The former federal lawmakers say they are ready to pull their weight behind Asiwaju.
All the things you did when you were the governor of Lagos State, you did us proud. We know all the things that happened, and there was never a time that Lagos State stood still.
Former chairman of the EFCC, Nuhu Ribadu, says Asiwaju is the most transparent leader he has ever seen.
I have never seen a leader who is so open, unbelievably transparently open, like Asiwaju.
Thank you so much.
This consultation meeting by Asiwaju Bola Tinubu is coming less than 12 hours before the long-awaited APC convention, and he believes it will yield a positive result for the actualization of his aspiration. Ola Awakon, TVC News, Abuja.
We begin in Abuja, where all is now set for the All Progressives Congress National Convention, which is holding today, March the 26th. Chairman of the convention, Abubakar Sani Bello, says plans have been completed and that the event will be successful going by the arrangements on ground. The main entrances leading to the square, that's the Eagle Square, and have been barricaded with police vehicles, and security is tight, with cars not allowed into the area except those carrying authorized identification. Well, let's bring in our correspondent now, Moyo Thomas. She joins us live from the venue of the convention. It's good to have you join us, Moyo. Of course, this is a day a lot of politicians are anticipating or have been anticipating for a couple of weeks now. Talk to us about what the arrangements are like there. Do you see everything, all plans, do you see this being successful considering what the chairman of the convention has said?
Yes, exactly. From what we can see on ground here, is actually looking like a very well-planned convention. Each pavilion has been tagged according to state, so everyone knows where to sit. And at the moment, sweepers are still trying to ensure that the area is clean. They are sweeping, as my cameraman is showing what is happening, and there are enough security operatives around here to maintain security. And at the moment, they are still not allowing supporters to come in, but around the arena, supporters are blaring their music and still carrying placards in support of their candidates.
Very interesting there, but talk to us about the security there. Do we have an idea of the number of security personnel that have been deployed, or do we just see the police officers there at the venue? And the party supporters, you know, what are they saying about this much anticipated convention?
Yes, let me start with security. If I'm to make a guess at the top of my head right now, there are thousands of security operatives on this ground. Here, there are hundreds of police officers around here to maintain peace, and outside there are, apart from security officers, there's DSS and some other security operatives around to ensure everyone stays in line and in order. And then for supporters, the spirit is high. They are all chanting in support of their candidates, but at the same time they are still maintaining order around here.
This convention is expected to throw up a new crop of the National Working Committee of the party, which would run its affairs for an initial 4 years, given by if everything goes as planned. But what's the impact, of this convention? If you take a look at Nigeria's politics, what do you think this convention would throw up at the end of the day if, new members of the National Working Committee are elected today, or either by consensus or otherwise? What is the impact? How will this shape the Nigeria political scene?
You agree with me that this convention is actually very important, considering that less than a year Nigeria will be going to the polls to decide who is to steer the leadership of the country, and the leadership of the party decides. They play a very important role in this. But I have to note that one thing that's been very concerning to me particularly is the contestants. I'm seeing very few women contesting for this position. The placards and the banners around are only showing positions for women leadership, for party women leaders, rather than other positions. Other positions, I'm seeing men vying for this, but not many women. And if truly we are asking for women wants to be recognized politically, I think it should start from political parties such as this, and women should come out and speak, as in vie for positions, so that their voices can be heard, not just at leadership of the country, but leadership of the party also plays an important role in this.
Mayor Thomas, our correspondent there, giving us live updates from the Eagle Square, where the All Progressives Congress will be holding its national convention today. We'll definitely get back to you in our subsequent bulletins as events, of course, unfold. Well, Edo State government has denied the widely reported sack of workers under the State Sports Commission. This was made known by the Deputy Governor of the state, Phyllis Shaibu, while addressing the athletes who blocked the gate of the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium in protest over the alleged sack. Correspondent Paul Ezenwa reports.
For the second day running, staff of Edo Sports Commission are protesting alleged sack of 513 workers by the state government. Vehicular and human traffic around the stadium were affected as all adjoining roads and routes are blocked. The sportsmen and women are demanding a reversal of the sack that was contained in a linked memo.
I said they are sacking us, okay? Which one is redeployment? If it's redeployment, we are Edo people now. If they want to redeploy, we'll go to anywhere they want to take us. So we're not afraid to work in any part of the state. If they are redeploying, they should bring a letter of redeployment. We'll go to whichever ministries they are taking us to.
We have a lot of people here who is eating from here. Now this people is putting food on their table. So we don't know what happened. We will not steal, we will not fight, we will not destroy anybody. We don't know why government took that decision. So with this media, we are begging the government to revise that decision.
Here, the Deputy Governor, in company of some members of the Sports Commission, arrived at the stadium to address the aggrieved sportsmen and women. He says the government has not relieved anybody of their job.
The Sports Commission chairman came to tell me that they say they sack people. I said we have not approved sacking of anybody. Whoever can no longer do well in sports that are in our payroll, we are going to take them out of here to the ministry where he can work. Some of them that have challenges, we deal with the challenges. Those of you that are still very active, we'll prepare you for open cap for Delta 2022. That is what we have agreed. So all this story of people being sacked, there is nothing like that. There's nobody that sacked anybody. So whoever have told you have been sacked, that person is the problem you have.
With this denial, free nails will find some relief. even if it is temporary, as coming days will prove whether the reported sack was a mere rumor or not. Paul Ezenwa, TVC News, Benin.
President Muhammad Buhari has granted concessional promotion to 12 master warrant officers to the officer cadre of lieutenant. The ceremony at the naval headquarters was presided over by the Chief of Naval Staff. Correspondent Sifon Asian reports.
12 master warrant officers of the Nigerian Navy get presidential concessional commissioning as lieutenants. This is the first time in the service that ratings will be promoted to the officer cadre.
The Nigerian Navy activated the Concessional Commission provision in the Harmonized Status Officers 2017 revised. The provisions of the Concessional Commission allow for outstanding personnel of the rank of master warrant officers and above or equivalents who possess exemplary leadership qualities and have distinguished themselves through hard work, dedication, and meritorious service to be commissioned as officers in the armed forces of Nigeria.
He urges the newly promoted officers to be steadfast and loyal to the service and country.
I charge you to remain steadfast and loyal to constituted authority and be focused on your assigned duties. You are also to avoid any acts that could bring disrepute to the Nigerian Navy and by extension, the Nigerian nation.
The promotion brings the officers to an extraordinary peak of their career in the Nigerian Navy. The promotion opens up a new vista in the career path of naval ratings. Sifon Asian, TVC News, Abuja.
Well, the burden of drug abuse is becoming a public health concern in Nigeria, and beyond preventive measures, there must be a consistent identification of the root causes of failed interventions. These and many other views were the submission of participants at the campaign against drug abuse organized by a coalition of youth advocates in Ado-Ekiti. Correspondent Ayomide Ajayigbe reports.
Challenged by the rising cases of drug abuse by young persons, Kayode Adamolekun organized this workshop to address salient issues on the use and abuse of drugs, especially among adolescents.
Don't wait till it is too late to make amends. Simply avoid the past entirely and invest into activities that are worthwhile in order to bring you to a desirable end.
At this gathering, which was targeted at youth, resource persons shared their experiences and cautioned young persons against addictive substances that may not be entirely dangerous at the first taking, but can endanger the long run.
When anybody is caught, let it be logically followed to the end, and let people see that what is bad is bad.
Beyond the campaign and advocacy against drug abuse, parents need to do more to reduce miscreants and deranged individuals in our streets.
Number one is the parental control. Many parents no longer put eyes on their children. They are carried away by society issues, parties, all kinds of activities during weekends and during the day. They don't have eyes on their children.
One of the major issues that has made interventions difficult is the accessibility of these drugs in so-called patent medicine stores.
People are not professionals. If you need to get your medication, control medication, if you go to a pharmacy, I'm sure a pharmacist is not going to dispense tramadol to you without saying an indication for these drugs. But we are faced with the challenge of quack people who have access to these drugs. So as a body, what we are doing is to make sure that the inflow, the supply chain of this control medication is so restricted and so guarded so that it doesn't get into the hands of miscreants who eventually dispense it to members of the society without prescription, leading to drug abuse and eventually.
The end point of this workshop is to sensitize, educate, and rehabilitate, if needed, young persons and empower them for impactful living. Ayomide Ajayigbe, TVC News, Ado-Ekiti.
Well, residents of Ilekun area in other community of Akure, the Ondo State capital, have appealed to the state government to urgently fix the failed portions on the road leading to the town as the rainy season approaches. This is as a result of a 2-day downpour, which has made the road unmotorable. Correspondent Ayodeji Muradio reports.
Edo State government is currently dualizing the Oda Road in Akure, which is to address the traffic deadlock along the route. The road project, awarded about 3 years ago, is still ongoing. For some portions along Ilekon axis, which is yet to be constructed, is giving residents serious concern. Heavy rain in the last 2 days has aggravated the situation. The road is now waterlogged, making movement of vehicles difficult. Many residents are unhappy with the situation, which is affecting their movement.
The car cannot move smoothly, the bike cannot move smoothly. In fact, there's one hazard that happens one day that I was just going on bike. Then I ride bike. Then you never believe that I fell down based on how the poor road was.
It is a challenge of flood, and this is the early rain of the year, and this is the second rain, and it's like this. I wonder what will happen if by July, when the rain is high.
They want the state government to urgently fix the bad portion before the rainy season intensifies.
The governor is a hearing governor. So we are just using this medium to appeal to him because we have a lot of his people here. When I mean his people, I know he's governing all of us in this state. The party people, we are the most people living here.
We plead to the government, if they can amend this road, if they can do it, we'll be very happy. We'll be very happy because we believe that the government is good. And depending on the road, we believe they can do the best for us.
The state government is aware of this and assure residents that the needful will be done.
SAN, whenever he says something, he means it. You can attest to it from his first-time administration. So he has promised that he will not abandon any project. Even when he came in newly, that was 2017, all the inherited projects, those viable ones, he continued with them.
The people hope that the state government will urgently fix the bad portions before the situation worsens. Ayodeji Muradio, TVC News, Akure.
The River Basin Development Authority has commenced the construction of a dam in Kuya community of Karu local government area of Nasarawa State in order to encourage irrigation farming. The project, which is in collaboration with authorities of the local government, is expected to last for 3 months. Correspondent Godwin Agwam reports.
Koya is an agrarian community in Kara local government of Nasarawa State. The community is renowned for its production of agricultural produce in commercial quantities. They have adopted the practice of embarking on all-year farming, but non-availability of water has posed a challenge to them.
Yes, we are doing it when we have a river here, when we are using it for, but when it comes, sometimes it's normally dry. Normally dry, we don't normally get it quite okay.
The River Basin Development Authority, in collaboration with the Kara Local Government Council, are committed to addressing this situation and putting smiles on the faces of farmers. This has informed the commencement of the construction of this multi-billion-naira dam. The dam, which will serve as a source of irrigation, will source its water from this river.
Looking at our closeness to Abuja and looking at the population density within Kara local government, and looking at the situation that most of the youths have found themselves, lack of white-collar job, I think that will create a lot of job opportunity for our teeming youth because there's going to be irrigation farming. You can see there's vast land within within the area that the dam is being constructed.
We're having earth work, as you can see what we're having here. Earth work, earth dam. It is being use of local material to construct it. As you can see, at least we have our borrow pit inside the reservoir, which will later form part of the reservoir where water will stay. The embankment, the length of the embankment is 340.
Dry season farmers in the community are happy with the unfolding development. This project is expected to serve as a source of irrigation to farmers, not just in Koya community, but the entire Kara local government area, in order to boost agricultural production in the state. Godwin Agwam, TVC News,